I gotta do some camera settings. Let me do that. Come on. No. Sometimes just the okay, fine. Tonight I might not stay for too long. Maybe under an hour. I don't know. Let's test if everything is fine and I'm loud enough. I hope I am. The logo, Prison Live, looks very weird. I don't like that, but whatever. I totally forgot. Tonight I might not read too many stories. I'm not sure. Okay. The neon chat bar looks pretty good. Confirm if I am loud enough. Let's make a poll. Okay, so I see somebody. Welcome. Can you confirm if my audio is loud enough? Saludo. Perezarias. I'm gonna call you Perez. Welcome. So I usually read a lot of stories during my streams, but tonight I probably won't. But it depends, because I have a headache. Kind of. No. Okay. Hello everyone. I mean, I will read stories, but I might not read too many. That's the idea, because I'm probably gonna end it soon. So since I'm not gonna stream it for hours, you can stay and give me some company. I don't know. I'm still waiting for some people to join. Okay. Tell me if my audio is loud and clear. I can check that out by myself, but still. Okay, Eleanor. Am I loud and clear? Your audio is loud and clear. Okay, it's loud and clear. So I'm not gonna read a lot of stories today, and I'm probably gonna leave very soon. But it depends. Do you notice something different? You probably do, because you really notice things with details. Let's see if you see something new today. I'm just testing it out. Yeah, exactly. And it looks pretty cool, in my opinion. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm testing today. In the boxes, yeah, neon theme. Blue filter. Yeah, that's nothing new. I did that already. Yesterday I tried it too. But this box. So I was just curious to try this one today. As I said, I might not read a lot of stories today, but a subscriber submitted a story. I'm gonna read that for sure. Okay. Simons, I'm winning. You're winning in a bid? Really? Good for you. What type of bid? But it shows up in the background. What do you mean it shows up in the background? Yes, for you, a flip 5. Okay, if you... A flip 5, seriously? I never won anything. Quizzes, contests, bidding. Never. So there are 2 chats. I can't see anything. Okay, so it seems like it's showing up weirdly. The chat you're seeing above is from YouTube. And this one is externally added, so I'm gonna remove it. If it makes it look pretty weird, I'm gonna remove it. I think it looks... It's just this app. Because YouTube will always give you a chat bar, even when you add something. It won't get rid of the old one. Okay, I think that's better. This is better. Simple. Oh, yeah, good luck. Mark! Welcome, Mark. Hello, welcome. I got like 3 votes. Thank you very much. Drop a like since you guys are here. Since you guys are here, drop a like. How about... Now I can't see the chat at all. I can see on my PC, of course, but not here. I just liked. Thank you very, very much. Thank you, Simons. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Eleanor. And thank you, Perez. I don't know how to pronounce your name, Perez. Perez Aries? I don't know. I have no idea. So let me read that story. But I think I should wait for that audience, that subscriber, to join, because it's his story. It's coming the day after Christmas. You're probably gonna scream out loud if you win this, right? Out of excitement. And it's definitely very exciting. I'm gonna be overwhelmed if this ever happens to me. Yeah, but still, that counts. That still... okay, there you go. Oh, I got you. Yeah, I'm not gonna read many stories, as I said. So, it's obvious this stream won't perform very good. But let's read the next story. Let's read it out loud. First, let me check if it's actually a good one. I know it's a good one, but still let me check. Yeah, it's definitely a good one. Four people so far. Okay, so this story is from Ghost Stories with Me, so it's like a channel, a small channel. And you guessed it, they also say horror stories. But I'm gonna read this one, whatever he submitted. It was a late, cold winter night, and a long-distance bus was traveling from Dhaka towards Chittagong. It's in Bangladesh. The bus had few passengers. Mr. Rafiq was sitting in the very last seat, staring out the darkness through the window. Suddenly he noticed a faint human shadow fixed on the pane of the window directly behind him. It looked as if the shadow was pressed against the glass from the outside. Rafiq Shahab, I don't know, that's the name. So Rafiq gasped and turned his head to look outside, but he could see nothing but the thick darkness. He looked back at the window pane. The shadow was still there. Fear chilled his limbs. He looked closely. It seemed the shadow hand was slowly sliding across the glass. Okay, getting interesting. The bus was traveling at almost 70 kilometers per hour. Terrified, Rafiq screamed, waking up the other passengers. Waking up, I think it's spelled wrong. Waking up the other passengers as the driver quickly slammed the brakes. The shadow seemed to vanish into the darkness with the blinding speed from the back window. When the bus stopped, everyone got down and checked their rear. There was nothing, but Rafiq firmly stated the shadow was not outside the glass. It seemed to be inside the glass itself. To this day, the stiff of the bus warned passengers on the back seats late at night, especially when the bus is moving fast. Thank you so much for reading. Yeah, it's a pretty simple and scary bus traveling story. Not bad. If you guys have any... Do you remember me? I do remember you, Danny Cricket Shorts, dude from Pakistan. Okay, Simon says, whenever I hear the word speaker, I instantly become like hyperactive. Yeah, I understand. You can show your speaker when you get it. Yeah, you can show that. You can share it on my community tab, and I'm gonna show them. I mean, you're gonna get only one speaker, so I'm gonna show it to my audience. If you're interested. Yeah, I do remember you. Sorry I didn't see the chat, because now I cannot see it here. I can only see it on my computer. I gotta fix it later. Let's see. I can't see any overlays now. What is going on? What is going on? 25 likes. Okay, that looks good. Let's see if I get 25 likes or not. I feel a little hot, so I'm gonna turn on the fan. 4 likes. 5 votes. 1 said no. I wonder who. Whoever you are, I want you to take it back. I want you to take it back. Somebody posted a fan art. For the first time ever, I got a fan art. And I'm gonna show you guys some other day, maybe. I can show this now. I wish that neon chat theme worked. Brother, I'm back. Number 5 like done. Thank you very much. I just read your story, but since you're back, I'm gonna read it again. This time I'm gonna read it a little better way because I was confused first. That's a very interesting story, by the way. So I'm gonna read it now. It's about a guy named Rafiq. So I'm going to read it now. I apologize. I didn't turn off the notification, it seems. Yeah, I'm going to read it now. Get ready. Read it again. It was late. It was a late, cold winter night, and a long-distance bus was traveling from Dhaka towards Chittagong. It's in Bangladesh. Bangladesh is a Southeast Asian country. People are good, but it can be pathetic sometimes. The bus had few passengers. Mr. Rafiq was sitting in the very last seat, staring out at the darkness through the window. Suddenly, he noticed a faint human shadow fixed on the pane of the window directly behind him. Try to visualize this. It looked as if the shadow was pressed against the glass from the outside. Okay, that's pretty spooky. Rafiq gasped and turned his head to look outside, but he could see nothing but the thick darkness. Thick darkness. Okay? Rafiq gasped. Okay, he looked back at the window pane. The shadow was still there. Fear chilled his limbs. He looked closely. It seemed the shadow hand was slowly sliding across the glass. The bus was traveling at almost 70 kilometers per hour. Terrified, Rafiq screamed, waking up the other passengers as the driver quickly slammed the brakes. The shadow seemed to vanish into the darkness with a blinding speed from the back window. When the bus stopped, everyone got down and checked the rear. There was nothing, but Rafiq firmly stated the shadow was outside the glass. It seemed to be inside the glass itself. To this day, the staff of that bus warned passengers on the back seats late at night, especially when the bus is moving fast. Thank you so much for reading. Thank you for submitting. The story looks very interesting. Tony, welcome, brother. I wasn't expecting you this early. No work today? Jaber Hossain, Bangladesh, welcome. Zulfikar Saik, Hello, if I mispronounce your names, I apologize. I like the story. I liked it too. I don't get notification when you come live, otherwise I could have come to your live sooner. Yeah, I realized a lot of people are not getting notified even though they always watch my streams. So YouTube should understand this. If this specific guy is watching my streams every single day, it's time for you to notify that person, right? I mean, I don't know how the algorithm is working lately. I really can't read your name because it's not English. Kepreni, I don't know. Hello, whoever you are. If you can't write down your name pronunciation because it's definitely not English. Kep. I'm gonna call you Kep. Zulfikar Sake said hi. Hello. Okay, so Tanvir, you posted an artwork, and that looks very good, of course. But I decided to show this some other day, not today. I mean, I can show it right now, not a big deal, but I decided to show it some other day, because today I don't know if I'm gonna stay enough. I'm not gonna read a lot of stories. I didn't decide anything today. I finished my ginger tea. How many likes I have now? Hopefully 6. 8. I see 8. But of course, Eleanor sees like 9. So it's 9. Can manage block rows and change. You got 9 likes. Okay, already 9 likes. I wasn't expecting to get any likes, to be honest. I was hoping for like 4 to 5. But already 9. I mean, I know if I stay long enough, I'm gonna get a lot of likes. Not a lot, but 15 maybe. But I already got almost 10, so that's great. Thank you, brother. Glad to know you like it. Yeah, it was actually very interesting. Simple and interesting. If you have more, you can always share. I'm gonna read them out loud. So this story was from Tanvir, by the way. Good job. Good job. I posted a short yesterday and it seems like it's getting some hate. It's a bit controversial. First I thought maybe I should remove it, but then I'm like, nah. I do want that type of attention too. I mean, if this is giving me views, then so be it. It's not like I'm doing or saying anything wrong. If you hate it, keep hating. But I didn't get a lot of likes, just 3 dislikes and 13 likes. So just 3 people didn't agree. It was about parenting, basically. Because it was short. It was a short, so I can't say a lot of things. I just said something briefly. I said a lot of Asian parents. I was not attacking a specific country. I was talking about the whole Asia. That Asian parents don't know how to raise their kids. I didn't mean every single one of them. I meant some Asian parents. They sound delusional. And I said that because, you know, sometimes I can make a whole list. Why? Why I think that? Why do I say that? Like, the word delusional sounds so extreme. Like, I'm describing parents delusional. It sounds so bad, so mean, as if I don't love my parents. Of course I do. I was talking about those delusional parents where even if they're wrong, you can't correct them. They act like God, you know? And let me tell you something. Just because your parent you're a dad or mom, whatever, doesn't make you a good person automatically just because you're a parent. You can make bad decisions, you know? It's possible. You're still a human. You can make mistakes. That's what I'm saying. And I see a common mistake a lot of Asian parents are making lately. I never said you don't want good for your kids. You absolutely do want that. But I see a lot of parents are forcing their kids to be something. You have to become this, you have to become that. This is good for you, this is bad for you. I mean, if it's a toddler, yeah, makes sense. But you can't just apply this type of method on every situation, you know? I'm not explaining pretty well, I know that. I know that. I never said every single Asian parents are bad. I never generalized anything. Like, in Asia, that happens in Asia only. Not every single countries in Asia, but most of them. Arranged marriage is still a thing, can you imagine? Like, why? Like, parents are approving. Okay, parents, of course, they have a huge role in your life. But don't decide anything and everything, and it's nothing bad. You're streaming every time when I get home, so I pop in, comment, and like your stream. Thank you very much. I automatically know that you're liking it, you know? Even if you don't say anything, I know you're here. Sometimes your instinct. That's why I don't even tell you to come join the stream and drop a like. I don't tell you anymore because I know that if you see my stream, you're definitely gonna show some love and support, and that's very good. So this stream is not about that topic, Asian parents, but still, I would like to explain this. And I don't care if you guys agree or not. I know I'm right. And Tanvir Kabir, who's an Asian. He's from Bangladesh, and that's in Asia, Southeast Asia, and he agrees. That's right. So you agree. If a Bangladeshi is agreeing, so of course I'm making some sense here. And again, I never generalized. I never said every single one of you are bad. No, I'm not a racist, for God's sake. Just because I'm stating a fact doesn't mean I'm a racist. How the hell am I gonna be a racist? I'm not a white dude. Sometimes you have to be very, very brave to say things what's usually not discussed enough. Because people are scared. Because they don't wanna sound like a villain. If I'm a villain saying something right, then so be it. I'd rather be hated for something right than loved for something wrong, you know? To me, like saying the right thing matters more. And when I talk about controversial stuff, yeah, I can stutter. It's not that I fear to say those. I just stutter that because I don't want to hurt anyone with my opinions, you know? I don't want to attack you personally. This is not me. I just want to say the truth. And, of course, I'm not saying that I'm a saint or anything. I'm not. But if I notice something wrong, and I feel it's wrong, I'm gonna say it's wrong. And if you don't admit, I don't care, but I will point it out. I will confront. A lot of times you can't point the mistakes, you know? Let's say somebody said something wrong and you can't even confront them. I hate that. Let's see how many likes I got now. 9 still. Incident happened in our Bangladesh. A boy got chance in medical university by passing medical exam, but his parents want him to study engineering. They're forcing their decision on him. Yeah, exactly. You get the idea. That's the point. That's my point. And it happens not just in Bangladesh, India, Pakistan, Japan, China, Philippines, Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand. I wish every single one of you were here from every single countries I mentioned. At least one. I have audience from every single Asian countries. All over the world actually. I'm not flexing, it's just a fact. Because I can see the analytics. So I wish somebody was confirming from every single Asian countries now. You understand the point, Tanvir. That's what I'm saying. And this is not good, in my opinion. And now, if you try to confront that parent, dad or mom or both, that you're doing wrong. Your son wants to become a doctor, and you are forcing him to become an engineer. They're gonna say, "Oh, so you think you know better than us? You think you love our son more than we do?" No, it's not like that. Whenever you go against their opinion, it's like you're against them as a whole. It makes no sense. I wish they weren't like that. And I'm not saying based on what I saw on the internet. I see this all the time. All the time. I hear, like, I have a lot of Asian friends from different countries, and they will never gonna disagree whatever I'm saying right now. I know that. Let me show you that short. I'm gonna show you the comments actually. Not the short. Let me show you the comments. Delusional in what context? For wanting a better life for their children? Geez, what an idiot. Dude, I wasn't... Like, you guys took it too literally. Somebody agreed though. It's literally child neglect, and I agree. I'm Japanese. And the rule of JP is so strict, see that? Very strict. Just because we're calling you strict doesn't mean we're saying you don't love your kids. You do! So a lot of people agreed, a lot of people insulted me. Do not talk about my parents like that. I was not attacking your parents directly. I don't even know you. I'm just stating the fact. They're not delusional or bad. They're better than you will ever be. Okay, you're making it a personal war. I even said that. I'm not generalizing. I meant most of the people. I should have clarified it. I apologize. I wasn't generalizing, of course. It makes sense I wasn't. It makes sense, but you will just hear what you wanna hear, regardless what I say. Shut the hell up. I'm just trying to fix something. I'm just trying to fix something. Better. That's better. That's better. There is a phrase, mother knows best. Some parents think that, but just because you're a mother doesn't mean you're automatically an angel. A lot of people just became parents, you know, unwantedly. They didn't want to, I really don't want to talk this extreme. Yeah, brother, what are you saying is very real and important. And can you imagine, in Asia, arranged marriage is still a thing. Like, you don't choose your partner, your parents, your family. They decide that. Who the hell? Like, yeah, ancient times maybe that was a thing. It's an outdated thing, and they're still maintaining this tradition. It's bullshit. If you don't love somebody, why the hell you gonna marry that person, right? And in Asia, it's like a very respectable thing. It's very wholesome. Your family is picking your partner. What the hell is... It's nonsense. I mean, stay single forever. That's better. Arranged marriage? What the hell is that? That term sounds so pathetic. And they didn't abandon this system yet. Can you imagine this? A lot of people don't even know that this is still a thing. Western people specifically. They don't know that. They're gonna think, okay, maybe in some royal kind of family it happens maybe. No, it's a common thing. In Bangladesh, in India, in Pakistan. In Pakistan, I'm sorry if you're Pakistani, don't get offended, but in Pakistan, like, I'm holding back because it makes me so angry. I'm trying to say this as politely as possible. In Pakistan, cousin marriage is a very wholesome thing. They do it without a shame and they don't even hide it. Of course, incest is a thing, like, wherever. Every single country is aware of it. But they do it as if it's a good thing. They don't hide it like, okay, oopsie, we made an oopsie, so we better hide it, it's embarrassing. No, they will invite you. They will have big... Oh man, it's... You know, when I'm too angry, I can feel like laughing because it's a joke. And they suffer. It's not like they don't suffer. Their kids suffer. They don't become parents of a healthy kid. You know what I mean. Because first cousin, by the way, first cousin. I'm not even saying like a long distant family member or anything. First cousin, still your blood. If you're a Pakistani and if you're married to your cousin, your parents forced you to do that. And if you're a guy, I'm not gonna blame the women a lot because they're very, very compressed. Yeah, they're very sacrificed. They can't fight much. But if you're a man, you could fight to say no, but you didn't. Are you that ugly? Are you that pathetic that you were like, I'm never gonna get a girl anyway, so okay, I'm gonna say yes to my cousin because I'm so pathetic. I mean, who gonna pick me? If you're like that, that's a shame. I don't have a word to describe you, because if I describe you, YouTube gonna delete this video because apparently YouTube is too sensitive. Too sensitive. Just write down. Say something which isn't even very aggressive. Just say anything. Just quote somebody. YouTube gonna delete your comment instantly. I'm not gonna do anything. It's just that sensitive. Yes, it's messed up. That's all. That's still a thing. Yeah. I don't know about Japan, but Japan is too strict with their kids. Extremely strict. Basically, every single students in Japan, they're acting like as if they're going to become a military soldier or something. And yeah, a lot of people gonna attack me saying, yeah, they're suffering and their parents are strict. That's why they are becoming something. And look at you, live streaming with no audience. They're better than you. So I really don't want to attack too much, because they will attack me harder. Even though I'm not attacking, I'm just stating the fact. There are good ways, there are other ways to do better things. Yes, definitely. In Bangladesh, it is seen whether the boy works. If they see that the boy is a government employee, then they made the girl to him. Okay, then they marry the girl to him. Okay, I understand what you mean. They don't even see how the boy is or the... Okay, so what's Tanvir is trying to say? That they don't even care about the guy's personality, looks, if he is a good human, nothing. If he earns enough, the parents gonna fix their daughter's marriage to that specific guy, even if he's an old douchebag. Like, let's say the daughter is 22 and the guy they picked is 55, but the guy works, he earns a lot of money. The parents gonna be impressed and fix the marriage, the pathetic marriage. Is that what you're saying, Tanvir? Am I correct? I know I am. It happens in Bangladesh, it happens in Pakistan, it happens in India, it happens in a lot of Asian countries, Nepal, Bhutan, Myanmar, a lot of Asian countries. The way I'm talking sounds like as if I'm a racist. I can't, it's impossible to be racist because, as I said, I'm not a white dude. I'm not talking as a racist, I'm talking as somebody who witnesses these all the time. Yeah, brother, that's what I mean. And let me tell you another pathetic thing. Child marriage is still a thing in a lot of Southeast Asian villages. I don't know about other part of the Asia like Japan, Korea. I don't know. Maybe they're getting better at this. Like if you're underage, you're not safe. Your parents might fix your marriage. Yeah, it happens. I don't know if it happens commonly. In my whole life, I never went to a village. I mean, I kinda did when I was very little, and those weren't even those, like, they're pretty okay as a village. And you are not saying everyone from those countries is like that, but it's a real problem in this society. Yeah, exactly. It happens commonly in Southeast Asia, that's what I'm saying. Because Western people don't experience these. If they do, it's very rare, right? And if it happens there, they're actually embarrassed. They're not gonna be open about it. Here, in Southeast Asia, every single countries in Southeast Asia, they're not embarrassed about it. Why not? So that's a lot, by thinking a lot of stuff like those, I said, they are delusional. I didn't know any other word to describe them. Because of course, I can't say the B word, I can't say, bad words. YouTube gonna delete that. YouTube gonna, like, I don't want any risk. I'm a coward when it comes to saving my channel, because it's a small channel and I'm trying so hard to grow, so I don't take any form of risk that way. So I just play safely. I just pick my words very, very carefully, So I said delusional. Bro, this is because of the parents' mistakes. But there are many girls who live whose lives are ruined and they're forced to give their lives. Many of these husbands take the lives of their... Oh man, that's too... And I know, I believe that this happens. This happens a lot, maybe. Not a lot, but yeah, this can happen. And still, they're not ashamed of it. They're not quitting. They're happy that this is a thing. Money is not everything. First, you're already making a huge mistake by fixing the marriage of your kid. And they're sacrificing. And you're not even, like, researching enough if the guy or the girl is good. If they're decent. You're just seeing the money? Okay. This guy earns enough, so my daughter gonna be happy because he gonna provide her better. And that's all you think. Money is not everything, you idiots. I wish an old citizen from Southeast Asia was watching this right now and chatting here. I would ask a lot of questions. And Southeast Asian people are too nosy. Tell me if I'm wrong, Tanvir. They're very nosy. What, like your neighbors or your aunt, your uncle? They're gonna be very nosy. They're gonna be interested. Like, let me give you an example. What are you studying? Are you married yet? How much do you earn? How much? Like, you get the idea. They get nosy, as if your life affects them. I'll be right back. I'll just put this cup. Actually, I'll wash it and get some water. Don't leave, okay? Don't leave. Okay, I see 5 people. Hopefully, this changes in the future. Yeah, that's true. Money is not everything. Money destroys relationships between people. In my opinion, money brings more sorrow than happiness. That's a deep thing to say, man, and I agree. Now, money is important. We do need money because we have to survive. But yes, too much money, the greed. Yeah, the greed, that's the correct word. The greed for money brings more sorrow than happiness. More is never better. It's like working out, you know? We work out to be strong, to be muscular, to be healthy, to be fit. But that doesn't mean working out all day, every single day is good. It's gonna harm you more than helping you. So, more is never better. We have to understand the threshold, the limits. And another topic, injustice. In Southeast Asia, they have... Yeah, absolutely, exactly. So, in Southeast Asia, I don't know if it's very common. A very weird injustice happens. Like, if you are... Maybe it's all over the world, I don't know. If you're a middle child, you're gonna be neglected. But usually the elder one, they're compromised a lot. The youngest kid, no matter how they are, they're gonna get a lot of love, they're gonna get a lot of attention, they're gonna get a lot of things. It's okay. The kid is youngest, so of course. But when you giving, let's say, I'm gonna tell you something. Uh, I don't know if I should share. Sometimes I get confused. Okay, let's say you're a Southeast Asian mother or father. She has 3 kids and she's sharing food. By default, she gonna give more food to the youngest kid. By default, for no reason. Even if the middle child or the oldest child, they're more hungry. By default, she gonna feed the youngest one more. I don't understand this. But this is not very common, so I know most of you won't understand. But those who can, those who relate to it, will agree. I was going to share a story, but I think I shouldn't. Because that's too much information. But you get the idea what I'm trying to say here. You get the idea. I'm trying hard to hold back. From a horror storytelling stream, it's turning into a very... Hold on a second, I got a comment. Let me show you that comment. Let me show you that comment. I get what you mean, and that's very unfair. The dogs are barking like crazy, again. But I think it's fine. Their barks never interrupts my stream. They're not disturbing, right? You guys are used to. I'm gonna show you that comment. It's a very long one, but I'm gonna show you anyways. A rant about Asian parents. No, I was thinking about a category, like social category? I don't know. Or, because I can't call it a geographic stream, because I'm not talking about geography. I'm talking about people in Southeast Asia. The barks are not disturbing, and the music in the background helps. Yeah, I know. So I'm gonna show you the comment now. This was the first comment, and then he replied. I didn't check the next one, but first let me read this one. Yes, they are worst because when you have limited resources and millions and billions of people, parents are literate or illiterate, but still knows the evolution theory of survival of the fittest, and just put pressure on their children to be the best, so they can achieve and live better than their past generations. It's brutal to dream big for your children. He got very emotional, I can tell. So I replied, listen, I understand some parents are working so hard and they're our heroes, but I didn't even attack every single parents out there. I meant most of the Asian parents. I will make a detailed video covering this topic. So later I didn't reply to this comment. Read, I know you must have a story of your own. Everyone who don't like their parents do. I didn't say I hate my parents. I do love my parents. I was just stating a fact. But I still believe these majority of parents who push hard are the reason that Asian kids do great in everything they do. See that? Okay, so that's your point. Because they're strict, they're doing good. I also know of sad stories where the children pay with their life too. Okay, so he's actually pretty mutual. I have my own story. I'm from a well-to-do middle class. My parents are gender biased. Okay, you got the point, dude. They favored my brother and fulfill his every stupid wish. Because see that? I was talking about this a while ago, but the difference is that she's a daughter, so she suffered in a different way. But it's still the same, in my opinion. Younger, older, or daughter and son, injustice is injustice. Okay, my parents are gender biased. They favored my brother and fulfill his every single wish because they regretted and felt bad that they didn't fulfill mine. Hence, they compensate by giving my brother everything. They're alive, but we don't talk because I'm not interested to accept my secondary status. I have a mother and an ailing father and live with the knowledge that I'm mourning them every day for the last 1.5 years. They dropped me a message on my birthday and anniversary and forgot. And forgot for the rest of the days and live in the same city, 10 minutes away. So any given day, I would love to have our indulged parents than the one that I have now in my life. Okay, that kind of makes sense. Okay, I get what you mean. You know what's up, and you definitely understood my point. You see that? In Southeast Asia, if you are the oldest child, you gotta sacrifice by default. If you're the middle child, you're forgotten by default. If you're a daughter, if you're a daughter, then you will get less from your brothers. Younger brother or older, doesn't matter. You will get less by default. By default. It's not like you gotta be a brat, that's why your parents are not giving you enough. No! You're a daughter. By default, you're gonna get less. By default. You sacrifice your whole life. You're gonna love them with your life. And their sons will not even gonna care about them, yet they're gonna get more by default. Any Southeast Asian to confirm that or disagree? I'm open to argue about this one because this happens so commonly. And this happens more commonly than any other facts I stated so far. Yeah, rarely you're gonna find a different family where a mother is very, very sensitive about the daughter more. She loves her daughter more. Yeah, but that's rare. That's very rare. Maybe 5%. So it seems like if you're a Southeast Asian, your life gonna be automatically good if you are a boy and if you are the youngest child. You are in heaven. Even if you are born in a poor family, because your parents gonna give you more by default. And the rough part here is that you cannot talk about it, because if you do, they're gonna insult you. the society gonna insult you, saying, look how jealous she is. She is so jealous. She is counting these pathetic small details, so pity. But it's not about the topic itself, it's about the core fact, the theme. It's not about that you give me one cookie and you gave my brother 3. It's about the theme that today was my birthday, but you didn't care about me because I'm your daughter and he is your son, or I'm your oldest son and he is your youngest. It's not about the cake. It's about the fact that you saved the biggest slice for the youngest kid, even though it was my birthday, and when I was about to eat that, you slapped my hand and said, this is for your brother, not you. You get the point here? And it hurts that you can't confront, you can't talk about it. Do wrong, but at least admit it and apologize and try to solve it. That cake story is a true story, by the way. But you know what, in the end of the day, we all should be happy that at least we got shelter, we're getting food, we're getting the education, so we should be thankful to our parents, of course. But just because you're a dad or a mom, automatically you're not an angel. You can make mistakes too. Ghost stories with me. Number 9 like done, brother. Thank you very much. Tanvir, you're using both of your accounts to give me a little bit of boost. That's very helpful. Very helpful. You know, a lot of audience, loyal audience, are from the United States, and they're usually working around this time. Just like my friend Tony. But whenever he's home, he tries to show some support. Like today he did. He probably didn't work a lot, or maybe today is an off day, I don't know. So I wish I could stream around that time. Eleanor, how many likes you can see? So Tanvir also seeing 9. I can see 9 too. But Eleanor probably sees 10. Oh, so you see 10 too. So I got 10 likes. I'm asking for 25, even though it's not possible today, because I'll leave soon. Okay, 10 likes. I noticed that too. What did you notice? I feel like liking with my other channel, but I'm scared if I do that, YouTube gonna take it as a wrong thing, as a wrong sign, and will stop suggesting. Yeah, but he sees 10 now, he said. Maybe it takes a while for him to see more. At as moderate time. Okay. Eleanor. Brother, may I share a horror story if you allow me? Of course, you don't even need to ask. You don't need my permission, just go ahead and say whatever you want to. Share your story. Ghost story with me. Okay, share it. I'm waiting for another story. And I'm gonna show your artwork later, by the way. Don't worry about that. It's a very beautiful one. What type of... Do not vibrate. Okay? Do not vibrate. I like this blue, ice blue feeling. I'm just trying to invite somebody. Okay, here we go. I got the story. The story is from a village I know. It was a stormy night, and at this time, many mangoes fell from the tree. And one day, a boy went to pick mangoes under the mango tree. Okay, that sounds fun. That sounds fun. Free mangoes. I love mangoes. I like mangoes. Mangoes are good for your health, therefore it can make your life better. Make your life better. Ooh, yeah. I'm waiting for more hate comments. This short gonna give me so many hate comments. And I'm excited. When you know you're right. And that's why you're gonna get hate comments. You don't fear that. I don't know if it makes any sense, but that's how I'm feeling. Because I know I'm correct. Yeah, I do regret that I didn't say enough, but it's a short. I can't talk a lot. I'm gonna make a long form video maybe if I get enough comments. Whoever joined, thank you. Drop a like if you love your dog. And if you don't have a dog, drop a like if you don't have a dog. I'm asking for it. Trust me, I'm asking for it. I'm not threatening. You better like, because it's cheap. No, it's free. So why not? Do it. Do it if you can. I will never hate you if you do that. Whoever you are, do something. Do something. Okay, Eleanor says be right back. Let's find a story. Short little story. My headache is gone. Workflow can sometimes help. Workflow can sometimes ruin. It really depends how much you're working, maybe. Sometimes I say things, sometimes I feel things, and they don't make sense. Road to 3,000. Road to 3,000. I need 3,000 subscribers. I need 3,000 watch hours. I need everything. 3,000. 3,000. Take your time to write, by the way. No rush. I kinda wanna show the life count. The subscriber count live. Live count. I got like 2,365 subscribers, and I don't know when I will reach 3,000. Maybe never, or maybe soon. Only God knows. I deserve 3,000. I really do. I know that. I might fail to become too big, but I can get a decent size. I have confidence. I just have to be very patient. Just have to be very patient. Whenever I switch my camera, the filter automatically gets removed. And I don't know why this happens. It's not supposed to happen. It's not supposed to happen. Now I'm gonna be red. I'm gonna be red. Okay, let's read. Okay. So, he's happily picking mangoes. Let us say here that the distance of the mango tree from his house is quite a bit. While he was picking the mangoes, he felt someone coming behind him. Spooky. I think the red looks better. Don't you think? What is this? Oh, okay. I think I can actually make my camera a little better. Yeah. Okay, this looks good. This looks very good. So I'm gonna sum it up again. Sorry. The story is from a village I know. It was a stormy night, and at this time many mangoes fell from the tree. And one day a boy went to pick the mangoes under the mango tree. Okay? Assalamu alaikum. Jatin channel. Wa alaikum assalam. He's happily picking mangoes. Let us say here that the distance of the mango tree from his house is quite a bit. While he was picking the mangoes, he felt someone coming behind him. I apologize that I didn't see your comment, Jatin channel or Jatin channel, whoever you are. I appreciate that you said something. Just comment, even if it's a hate comment. I need engagement. It's clear from the sound of rustling leaves that someone is coming behind the boy. She's very scared and he's very scared and wants to run home, but his legs feel heavy, so he cannot run. That's spooky. Kinda like sleep paralysis where you cannot move. It can happen. Apologize. I don't know why am I yawning so much. What the hell? Oh, the music. The music has stopped. I need that music. It's not responding. One time the boy heard a whispering sound. He clearly heard that you did not come here, okay? I see 10 likes. That's great. I don't know, I feel like somebody just attacked me through the Facebook status. I'm not sure. Okay. Let's not play around, because if I try to play around too much, my stream can go wild and annoy me, and then it'll die. One time the boy heard a whispering sound. He clearly heard that you did not come here. Okay, keep writing. I'm enjoying the story so far. One hour 21 minutes. I've been streaming since when exactly? I forgot the exact time, but 1 hour 21 minutes. I always try. Okay. Somebody will join, it seems. That's interesting. Sometimes I try to invite people from my Facebook. Usually they don't join. Rarely they do. So whenever I get somebody, it feels amazing. Because every drop counts. Every drop counts. The boy does not know what to do. Okay, the boy does not know what to do. His arms and legs are paralyzed. Once, in the flash of lightning, he saw a female figure whose body was scared. Oh, the body was scarred. Okay, I get that. Sorry, apologize. He saw a female figure whose body was scarred, and her face was strangely terrifying. His whole body, her whole body, is burning. So, yeah, imagine witnessing this. That's definitely spooky. Spooky sounds so unserious. It's basically brutal. No doubt about that. This is something very scary to witness. And I see audience number 5. I think I know who it is. It's probably my aunt. I see 6 now. Okay. 6. That's not bad. The story is getting interesting. Good job with the story, ghost stories with me, brother. Your name is Tanbir, basically. So I should call you Tanbir. A guy named Jayton joined and said Assalamu alaikum and immediately left. I don't know if I should be happy or sad. Hello, Hayato. Welcome to my stream. Drop a like if possible. I'm reading stories. I got your like. Thank you for joining. Okay. Now I see 3. I think I'm lagging a little bit. Okay. He faints after seeing this. The next day, the body of the boy was found floating. Okay. So it was floating in the pond of his house. Many sores on the body. Bite marks and eating different parts of the body. Oh, that's pretty gory. So, in the end of the day, this didn't end well for the boy. He died. Brutally. Pretty gory. Thank you so much for reading. No, thank you for submitting. That story was very interesting. I was very interested to read. I kinda wanna read that, reread that. But let's wait for some more people to join. Yeah, absolutely wonderful. I think I lagged a little. I'm not sure. But I felt I lagged. Did I lag? I think I lag. You. Yo. Just log it in. Lock it in. Okay. I think I lagged. No, brother, no lagging. Okay, that's good. Eleanor had to go, so I'm waiting for her. So, tell me, how is your preparation so far for the exams? I know, the dogs are too loud. Too loud. Now I see 4, it means she's back probably. Now 5. Interesting. Come out, whoever you are. How many likes I have? Tanvir, so far? Maybe 11? In the early 2000s, a hospital in Berlin admitted a teenage boy who was found wandering the streets. He was malnourished, frightened, and barely spoke. Doctors estimated he was around 16 years old. When nurses tried to take his details, he couldn't give a last name. He didn't know his address. He didn't know what a school was. He didn't understand basic words most children learn early in life. Pretty interesting start. Yet, he could write his name perfectly. That's really weird. Is it even possible? It's 11, okay. The exam preparation is pretty good, but my English is a bit difficult. There are some topics in English that are a little difficult to understand. In my opinion, you're gonna do very well. You have the potential. I can totally see that. You speak very good. So focus and try your best, but relax at the same time. Don't panic. You got this. So, where was I? So in the early 2000s, a hospital in Berlin admitted a teenage boy who was found wandering the streets. He was malnourished, frightened, and barely spoke. Doctors estimated he was around 16 years old. So he was 16 years old. He couldn't tell his last name, he couldn't tell his address, he didn't even know what a school was. But some way, somehow, and he didn't understand basic words, but some way, somehow, he could write his name perfectly. And his name was... I see a drop again. Thank you so much, brother. You're welcome. You'll do good. Without a shadow of a doubt, you will do good. So he could write his name, and his name was Ray. He wrote Ray. R-A-Y. Doctors assumed extreme neglect, trauma, abuse, but when they so doctors assumed extreme neglect, trauma, and abuse, so he was abused. They tested him physically. The results made no sense. That's strange. I wish my music was still on, but I'm afraid to close the app. If I do that, I might suffer to get back again. Should I try? Should I try? Okay, I actually made a mistake. I made a mistake. I made a mistake. I made a mistake. Once again. Please, please, turn on. You know what? Never mind. I'll just continue this way. I will continue this way. So, his muscle development was far too weak for someone who had ever walked normally. His joints showed signs of long-term confinement. His eyes reacted violently to normal indoor light. His skin had never been exposed to sunlight for extended periods. His skin was never been exposed to sunlight for extended periods. Ray had not lived like a human being. After months of therapy, Ray finally began to speak in short, broken sentences. Okay. Actually, I'm not good in English. I can write English a little bit, but when I ask to speak English, it's difficult for me. You'll get there, don't worry. Everybody starts small, right? You'll get there. The chat feels a little silent today, don't you think, Tanvir? Not every single day has to be the same, of course. Some days gonna be better than the other. That's how streaming goes. I gotta get used to it. I gotta get used to it. So my average live stream likes are like 10 to 15. That's not bad. And max was 20. I should be grateful of it. What he described chilled everyone. He said he had lived his entire life in a single room. No windows, No mirrors, no clocks. Just a mattress, a toilet, and a small door. He claimed he had never seen another human face until the day he escaped. Food was pushed through the door. A voice would sometimes speak, but he never saw who it belonged to. When asked how long he had lived there, Ray didn't understand the concept of time. He only knew before and after the door opened. That's very strange. Eleanor is back. Okay, Tanvir is back too. I was reading a very sad story, and I think I should reread that again, because it's very interesting. And while I read, I'm gonna read now for a short, basically. So, let's read that. What were you doing, by the way, Eleanor? And I just read Tanvir's story. It was pretty interesting. I'll grab some water and I'm gonna read the story next. A new story, by the way. And this is called A Case of the Boy Who Never Existed. The name kinda spoiled it. Don't say it. Let me get some water for myself. You fed your cat. You mean your daughter. Be right back. I am back once again. Once again, I'm back. What just fell? Tanvir, do you have any cat? Do you have any cats? Okay. I'm about to read the story. Are you guys still here? Are you guys still? Do not vibrate. Do not vibrate aggressively. That's bad for your health. I'm ready. Read it. Let's read it. In the early 2000s. Okay. In the early 2000s, a hospital in Berlin admitted a teenage boy who was found wandering the streets. Do not vibrate so aggressively, because I don't want to break my phone. It scares me. That's the only phone I have. My one and only phone. Okay. In the early 2000s, I have to start with the vibe, because it's gonna be a short. In the early 2000s, it's not like I don't read it with the vibe, of course, I do, but sometimes I can joke around during live stream, also, I gotta cut it out. In the early 2000s, a hospital in Berlin admitted a teenage boy who was found wandering the streets. He was malnourished, frightened, and barely spoke. Doctors estimated he was around 16 years old. But something was wrong. When nurses tried to take his details, he couldn't give it. Okay, when nurses tried to take his details, he couldn't give a last name. He didn't know his address. He didn't know what a school was. He didn't understand basic words most children learn early in life. He was 16, but he was very weird. He couldn't say or understand basic words. He didn't know what a school was. He didn't know his address, his last name, nothing. He could write only one thing, and that's his name. And he would write it perfectly. And his name was Ray. He wrote R-A-Y, Ray. Doctors assumed extreme neglect, trauma, abuse, but when they tested him physically, the results made no sense. His muscle development was far too weak for someone who had ever walked normally. His joints showed signs of long-term confinement. His eyes reached violently to normal indoor light. His skin had never been exposed to sunlight for extended periods. Ray had not lived like a human being. Sometimes it's hard to read certain words because they're so squinched up. After months of therapy, Ray finally began to speak in short, broken sentences. What he described chilled everyone. He said he had lived his entire life in a single room. Imagine his place. Imagine living your entire life in a single room. No windows, no mirrors, no clocks. Just a mattress, a toilet, and a small door. Pretty sad. He claimed he had never seen another human face until the day he escaped. Food was pushed through the door. A voice would sometimes speak, but he never saw who it belonged to. When asked how long he had lived there, Ray didn't understand the concept of time. He only knew before and after the door opened. The investigation. Police searched missing person database across Europe. Nothing. No birth records, no hospital records, no school records, no fingerprints in any system. It was It was as if Ray had never officially existed. Authorities searched abandoned buildings, basements, and underground shelters across Berlin. Authorities searched abandoned buildings, basements, and underground shelters across Berlin. They found nothing. No room, no door, no captor, nothing. Then without warning, Ray began to... Okay, hold on a second, let me check. Is that the correct one? Okay. So, they found Ray, it seems. Then without warning, Ray began to deteriorate. He stopped speaking, he stopped eating, he began screaming at night, terrified of something no one else could see. Doctors placed him under constant supervision. And one morning, his hospital bed was empty. No signs, no struggle, no forced entry, no camera footage showing him leaving, just a neatly folded hospital gown on the mattress. It's pretty confusing to me. Authorities quickly closed the case. Ray was labeled a fabricated identity, possibly the result of severe psychological trauma or delusion. But one nurse refused to let it go. Years later, she admitted something that still haunts people who hear it. Ray had once asked her a single question. Okay, so Ray had once asked her a single question in a trembling voice. Why did the room get bigger? Why? But the door stayed the same size? So Ray asked that nurse this. Why did the room get bigger? But the door stayed the same size. This case circulates among European investigators as one of the most disturbing unresolved human confinement cases ever reported. No one knows where Ray came from, and no one knows where he went. So this guy was never real. Yeah, that's a pretty weird story. Okay, I didn't read you guys. Let me read. I felt my I love Persian cats very much. Do you have any cats? Yes, I had a cat, but she's gone now. Sorry about that. Okay, no questions it seems. Yes, a weird story, I liked it. So they basically found a boy who behaved weird, who couldn't talk, who didn't understand basic things. He didn't know his last name, just the first name. He could write that for some reason, even though he didn't know what a school was. It sounds like he was an alien or something. It's pretty movie-worthy story, don't you think? Like, I can actually extend the story, add more creepy details, and make a movie about it. It reminds me of Frankenstein. Yeah, it had that kind of vibe. But he looked normal. He looked like a normal kid. He never saw any human, he said. Okay, Frankenstein could only say his own name. Yeah, it has that theme for sure. Yeah. But this guy was not anything supernatural. He was just weird. Like a patient ran away from a mental asylum. Let's see how many hours I got so far through this stream. 3.8. Not bad. Not bad. Let's wait for somebody else to join. It seems like it's just you, Eleanor, and me, and Tanvir is probably here too. But 10 likes, that's not bad. And basically I decided to not tell any stories today. I did. Like 2 to 3. But next stream I'm gonna find better stories. Hopefully yours. And then eventually I'll write my own. I'll finish writing my own. The story was unfinished. I'm gonna continue. I mean, it was a video series, but I think I'm gonna continue streaming. I'm gonna tell that story here. I think compared to the blue one, the red seems better. The reddish, warm tint, you know? It's not red, I mean warm tone. Warm. And 13 people voted. Okay, so Tanvir is here. Yes, it looks like you're next to a fire. Yeah, I know. That's the idea. Like the blue one gives more like a computer screen vibe, which I'm actually using. And this one gives a fireplace vibe. I actually tried this type of atmosphere fake way. In some shorts and videos, I color graded it like in a warmish tint, better than this one because it's during live stream you can't edit things up. And I added fireplace background music on purpose, and that worked. That was a very smart idea. That was something very creative of me. Maybe I'll do that. Next stream I'm gonna add some fireplace sound maybe. My phone turned off. I don't know why. The charge is 42% yet it turned off. Maybe it was some other issue, not battery. That's very creative. Maybe that was your phone's other kind of issue, you know? For example, I can't do anything about it. For some reason, I can't switch back the camera. It's just locked. So I have to show you like this. And that's how I'll show you. I don't know if it's appearing very properly. You see that? I tried this fireplace, fake fireplace effect. Just tried to create an illusion. And I was showing fireplace every now and then, just to give that vibe. And I did that with many videos and many shorts. I think I have to start doing that again. Okay, you get the idea. Okay, hold on a second. Look who's here! I was reading comments, it seems. Alright. Alright. Okay, anyways. You get the idea. Yeah, I was going for that. Bonfire. And it can be like you're telling stories in a campfire. Yeah, that was the idea. But now that was not the intention. I just changed the blue to red. You couldn't hear the audio. You watched it a long time ago, so probably you don't remember. But that's not the point here. It works. That's the idea. So time for another story. Even though I thought I'm not gonna read like maybe one or two and then end the stream, but here I am, still going on. The stream is still going on. Let me see my battery. It's still 38%. Which is not bad. Wow, very cool. Thank you very much, Danvir Kabir. Let me check how many watch hours I got. After I reach 4, maybe I'll end it. I'm waiting for another hate comment so that I can show you that. 49%. So we're all around the same battery percentage. I'm 38, you're 49. Tanvir was 42. Let me share a small incident that happened to me, bro. Okay, I'm interested. Let me tell you. You don't necessarily have to say very scary story. Anything strange works. Sad works too. Just stories. The core idea is scary stories, of course, but you can share any type. Basically, the idea is to have a good story time. So Vertical Live Feed showed my stream, and that's 36% out of 100. Shorts feed 15%. So today, while watching shorts, not a lot of people got my stream. When you wear glasses, it reflects the ring light. You probably can see it. See that? My ring light appears very prominent in my eyes. Okay, we're ready to listen to your story, Tanvir. After an hour, the audience count gonna drop, no matter what. That's for sure. It's just a proven fact by me. I will tweet that out and let's see what YouTube says. I'll ask YouTube. YouTube always responds to the creators. Is it true? I mean, I'm gonna ask this to you too. You said that small creators gonna have limited reach. Do you mean that after an hour you're gonna stop that or lower it as much as possible, something like that? I'm going to ask YouTube this. I think there's a delay today. Definitely. Now I see 4. I wonder who's the number 4. Who are you? Whoever you are, leave, but after dropping a like. One day, when I went to visit the village house, that night I'm very tired and fell asleep very early because I'm tired from January. So in one day at night, okay, so you're actually you're actually sharing your true experience, nothing made up. Nothing made up. The t-shirt I'm wearing, I got that for free from an app. The only free thing I ever got. I like that too. It's very comfortable. It's very thin. It looks thick, but it's actually not thick. The color scheme is very nice, you know? Orange and black. Orange and black. And maybe after a while I'm gonna cut that out, like crop the arms and then make a tank top. But it's still new, even though it's actually like 5 years old t-shirt. It's 5 years old and it's still new. It looks newer than the new t-shirts I have, even because the fabric, I think it's an imported t-shirt. It's nothing local. That's why the quality is so high. So Eleanor, where's your daughter now? Is she around you? Insects love light, you know? So I was just trying to remove this little guy. I hear someone calling me in the night, and it sounds like my grandma. It's called, okay. Sounds like my grandma is calling me, but grandma is sleeping on the other bed next to me. So who called her? So who called me? Then I told the incident to my grandma, okay? And it happened actually. That's what, like, if that's a true experience, that's what makes it creepier, because even if it's very mild and it's not too scary, but you experienced it for real, then the creepy meter goes from 3 to 7 instantly. She's in my room. Okay, your daughter is in your room. She's a brat. But she's in your room, so that's good. She's always walking around the house. Okay, I'm very interested to know what your grandma said. I see 5 people now. I wonder who's the other 2. Immediately left. No patience, right? You have no patience. So now the stream is shaking. Then my grandmother took me to a master who said it was an evil spirit. The master, like a healer. I get that. I avoid answering his calls. Then it never happened again. Just happened twice. Twice! So it already happened twice. So it already happened twice. How old were you when this happened? How old are you when this happened? I wonder. I was 13 or 14 years old, and you still remember that story very clearly. So you were definitely traumatized for days. Okay, that was a very interesting story, and as I said, I'm not gonna stream for too long tonight, even though it's long enough already, but I'm gonna end the stream now. No more stories. I mean, not exactly now, I'll stay a little bit, but I'm about to end it. So yeah, it wasn't as bad as I was expecting. The stream was a sudden stream. Huzur has told me that if this happens to me again, I should not leave the house and not respond to his calls. Yeah, you left for a bit. I was reading his story, and that was pretty scary because it's a true experience of his, and he remembers it very clearly. He was traumatized. It was probably some type of spirit, that type of feeling, right? But maybe it was just a guy who pranked you. That's possible. That's more likely to happen. People prank. I was never even pranked by somebody to get scared. I wish it was a thing. I mean, when I was a toddler, maybe it happened, because I remember a story. I saw a woman, long black hair, very long black hair, and the face was white and distorted. And I'm sure it was a prank. Somebody was just trying to scare me wearing a mask. Someone you can hear, sometimes you can hear someone call you. I don't know why it happens. Yeah, so, yeah, I actually experienced it too. Sometimes I'm like asking my mother if she called me because I heard her voice very clearly. And I often hear my dad's calling me too. Why does it happen? I have no explanation. But sounds like it's pretty relatable since Lorena said that too. So it's not that rare. That's a very common experience, right? It's a very common experience. It happened to your parents a lot, so they hear you a lot, right? I thought it happens to you and you, like, you always heard them. So it's a very relatable thing. Brother, my comment. Okay, I missed it. Sometimes this can happen where your comment is not visible for a while and then I see it. But now that I'm alone at home, I'm very afraid that and cannot sleep properly. Okay, got it. This can happen. You're just traumatized. So, this is actually pretty common. I had no idea. I thought it's rare, like maybe that's just me. Yeah, I read your comment, Tanvir. Okay, so where they hear someone they know calling. Okay, I got that one. But that was a very interesting story connected to this situation. Even though I don't believe in ghosts, when I watch horror movies at night, I sometimes struggle to fall asleep. I think it's just your brain, because let me tell you, our brains, like, they make us believe things, right? So when you watch ghost stories, your brain thinks that you actually saw them. So it just creates an effect, temporary, you know? It's not like you instantly believing that they exist, but your brain is just trying to settle down from that experience because your brain was observing and absorbing. So it just takes time. You will see that feeling will leave you like the next day. Some people take more than a day, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, this can happen. That chills, you know, that type of eerie atmosphere. It just gets locked in, right? After watching a horror movie, it just stays in you. And that's temporary. That's why they're fun when it's nighttime. You're not gonna feel that with a lot of people during the day. Horror movies are better when it's dark and you're alone, in my opinion, because that feeling stays inside you, and that's kind of fun. Yeah, that's what I said. There are ghosts. Ghosts mean evil spirits whose existence cannot be denied, especially when evidence of it emerges in the body. I really want to experience something like that so that I can actually talk about it I'm a horror content creator and I never experienced anything like that. That bothers me. Trust me, that bothers me because I feel like a very different type of horror creator. Most scary storytelling channels are faceless. That's probably the biggest common thing they have, and I'm not faceless. Number two is they all believe in ghosts, and I don't. You know, I'm like I'm like a car owner who can't drive. No, that's a bad example. Or I'm like a movie producer, a horror movie producer who doesn't. No, I think that exists too. I'm just trying to find a different example. Maybe I'm. How do I like put this? But you get the idea what I mean. No, that's not the. Of course, a lot of like they do every single movie makers. They do watch movies. They just don't watch a lot. So that still counts. Okay, but yeah, I can say that. So I'm a movie director who's not a cinephile, who's very selective when he watches movies. Maybe that's the but that doesn't fit at all because I'm a horror content creator who doesn't believe in ghosts. That's something I'm trying to connect with a different example. Because most horror creators I ever watched, they believe in these blindly. I don't understand. So it's like their belief made them interested. And to me, the concept is fun, interesting, you know? The atmosphere. I love the dark feeling. It's a form of entertainment to me. When I write stories, I never experienced anything. I just write with the feeling of entertainment. When I write, I entertain myself too this way. Okay, so it seems like... Oh, 5. I see 5 people now. Whenever I see enough people, I don't feel like going. So I will stay. I will stay. I wish I experienced something like that. I would have a content, a true experience, but I experienced it clearly, so I can't dismiss it, brother. So yeah, exactly, since you experienced it, you know this better. Only you will know this better. But you never saw anything like that, have you? Something spooky. You felt someone is there. You heard somebody, but you never saw anyone. My point is, until I have to see it to believe it. So even if I hear something, I'm not gonna believe it. Anybody can prank, you know. Pranking is easy, but only you know how you experienced it. I don't know anything. You remember it, so maybe you're right. Or maybe not. Was it in a village? Because in villages, this happens a lot. My aunt just told me that she experienced it too, where she heard somebody talking, calling her. Like she heard voices. This is a common experience, it seems. Maybe it's our brain Maybe it's in your head. Creating voices. Familiar voices. Generating, you know? Maybe it's in your head. It's in your head. In your head. Zombie. 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 Okay, I got another comment. Let's see if it's a hate comment or not. Because it's a pretty controversial short I made. I'm not proud of it, but I feel misunderstood. I feel misunderstood. But I have my voice, I have a camera. I'm gonna explain it some other day, making a long form video, because I have to say a lot of things. That's right, I didn't see anyone. But my neighbor's uncle had a clear bruise on his leg. Yeah, that's very questionable. A mermaid beat the shit out of him. But did he see anyone? As far as I'm concerned, he probably saw, he definitely saw a figure. Because he was getting beaten up. So, of course. And he never went to fish again after that. Oh man, my shoulders. He saw it. He saw a creepy mermaid or merman. Such a cool experience. But I shouldn't laugh. A mermaid basically bruised his legs. Like, how did... Yo, free! Welcome, brother! You're always free around this time, it seems. I'm glad you joined and you immediately dropped a like. I appreciate it. Today I read a lot of stories even though I didn't want to. But I did. The shirt color combination is very beautiful. The shirt, yeah, I know. Black and orange. I think orange usually fits white people more. I'm not a white-skinned guy. And I think if you're not white and you're wearing orange, it can make your skin look darker. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, escape from doomed turfs. You feel me? Yeah. Today's your off day, I think. Or you're going to work. Okay, I think Eleanor isn't here. Are you here, Eleanor? It's not like you always have to comment, of course. No, I'm not white. What are you talking about? I am brown. I am brown, like a Hispanic boy or a Southeast Asian boy. Both are same skin tone, of course. Now, Iron Royce here. Okay. Are you gonna get Christmas off day? Like the very day... I am back. What do you mean by you're back? You were always here, I thought. You were always here, I did. I noticed another thing. A lot of people are here, but every now and then they leave. Maybe because they have ADHD. Because they're coming back every now and then. But I understand. It's tiring to watch a long video or a long live stream. So they're like swiping every now and then. Every now and then they stop. Every now and then. That's okay. What's okay? Sorry, my mistake. I say I'm black. Oh, you're black. And that's why you said I'm white. No, you're black. I'm brown. But I'm not white. By saying white, I meant Western white, you know? American, British, that type of white. What is the story you're gonna do? I already read enough stories, so I'm not reading any now. I'm gonna leave soon. You dropped a like, by the way, right? Yeah, free. Yeah, free. You have a cool name. Yeah, free. 6. I see 6 people now. One is Tanvir, one is Yafri, one Eleanor, other is me, and there are 2 more. I wonder who are they? Yep, I go through like, what do you mean by that? 87 people said yes. Oh, you dropped a like, you mean. Gracias, mi amigo. Gracias, my girl. Gracias. Today, I didn't have a lot of audio. Okay, I did. Let's see the top fans today. Shall we? But before that, let's wait for Eleanor. Sometimes I make this weird Italian accent. And I do that very openly because I don't have any Italian audience, so I know nobody gonna be offended. So I always do that. So sorry my damn typo. It's alright. I understood. Anyways, I'm too smart. No, I won't let you go soon because I've been patiently waiting for you to come live. So there's no going anywhere now. I wish I could stay always. But we have to maintain the time. I'm not going right now. But I'm done telling stories. I am done telling stories. A lot of people misunderstood me. I wish they didn't. So, Eleanor isn't here, Tanvir is here, Yaufri is here. So there are more people actually. Oh, do not vibrate so aggressively. Do not vibrate like that, my phone. You're my only son. I don't want you to get hurt. I don't want you to get hurt that easily. Yaufri is from Malaysia, by the way, Tanvir. Malaysia is a good country. Malaysia is from Asia. I said a lot of BS about Southeast Asia, Asia in general. They might sound BS, but I actually make sense. And if you were here, you probably would agree with me. You did Italian voice that common, dude. You know, I did that too. But mine, I do Russian. And okay, that's pretty funny. Let me get some water. 13 likes. I see 13 likes. It just makes me happy. Gracias. Whoever dropped a like, you have a big heart. All of you. 13 likes, so 13 people who dropped a powerful, tremendous, outrageous likes. Thank you. You all have big hearts. Sorry, I was reading something, so... Okay. Got it. I got it. I got your point. Do not assume things when you don't even know me. I'm gonna pin that comment. It automatically got removed. I was reading it. Never mind. Yes, 13. Hope you go 18 real quick. In America, there's no way 13. I don't think I'm gonna reach 18 today. Maybe tomorrow. Because to get 18, I have to stay at least 1 more hour. Let me get some water. Don't leave. That's strange that I can see... Kian! Welcome, Kian, welcome back. I remember you. Thank you for joining. Stupid YouTube, why are you... yeah, YouTube is very, very sensitive. YouTube will always do that. Hello, my friend. I think you dropped a like now, didn't you? Is it Kian or Cayenne? Kian's back, boys. Welcome, kid. You're really showing some support. I appreciate it. Drop a like if you haven't already, or maybe the 13th like was actually yours. I'm not sure. That's weird. Today I expected that I'm gonna get 5 likes max, but I got 13. 13 is nothing, but for me it's a huge thing, okay? Yaofree said I probably gonna reach 18, but I don't think so because I ain't gonna stop vibrating so aggressively my phone. You have to understand, aggression is not a good thing. It is not a good thing. Kian, are you here? Yaofree, Anton V, are you here? All 3. One of you guys just left. That's probably Kian. Okay, Kian just liked it. Gracias, mi amigo. Gracias. Poop. Sorry. Poop leak on my... Okay, I'm gonna call you Poo. Hello. Welcome. I think you just liked it. Yeah, free. But good thing is going on. 14. Yeah, 14. 4 more. So I need 4 more. Only me, I ain't cat. Okay, so you said I'm gonna get 8. Okay, I got 15 now. It seems like hREED is correct. So you're correct. I'm gonna get 18 likes today. Let's see if it happens. Let's wait till I get 2 more likes. Now it's 16 now, dude. Okay, so 2 more. I can see 15. But let's see. You know what? Since I'm not gonna read stories now, I'll just stay and I'm gonna charge my phone while streaming. Sounds good? Yeah, of course. So I'll just wait till it's 18. I'm gonna charge my phone because it has low battery. It's weird. Today I decided that I'm not gonna stream more than an hour. That was like the limit for today. But here I am, streaming. Still. It's still going on. So I'll stay. Because today I didn't plan to stream. I mean, I did, but I was having headaches, you know? That was a bad idea. Because I cannot see the chat for some reason. So I'm gonna do one thing. Hold on a second. That was a bad idea. That was a really very bad idea. Hold on a second. Just bear with me. Don't leave. Bear with me. Shut the hell up. For some reason today I cannot see the chat on my phone screen. So I can't turn off my computer. It's just an error. I can close the app and restart, but this gonna ruin my stream, so I ain't gonna do that. So I ain't gonna do that. You guys probably said a lot of things and I cannot read. I'm gonna read it soon, don't worry. I'm coming, guys! You just wait here. 17 likes. 17 likes. Now 15. That's not fair. Whoever... Okay, I'm here again. Somebody just unliked to bother me, you know? 17. Okay, God bless your career, homie. Thank you very much, hREED. Somebody just did that to bother me. It was 17, and they unliked it. Very kind of you, sir. Very kind of you. All over here, I'm still here flexing. What do you mean? Okay, that's fine. See that? Again 15. Why are you doing that? I'm just trying to reach 18 likes. Even though the poll was about 25 likes, I know I'm not gonna get that. But don't do that. That hurts my feelings. People enjoy trolling, you know? They enjoy trolling more than anything. Yeah, exactly. Look at that. I got like 17 likes and about to get 18. And somebody immediately took it back. I will never forgive you, whoever did this. Let's wait. Let's wait. Let's wait. Somebody is just playing. Someday I will. Keep watching. For now, I don't need any moderator. I was testing it though, but don't worry, just stay with me. One day I'll make you, maybe. Yes, I have achieved the number one crown. Yeah, you achieved the #1 crown. For now, I don't need any moderators, because I don't have enough audience. So it's unnecessary. But don't worry. When I'll start, I'll remember about you if you stay here as a subscriber. A lot of people asked for this, and I said someday. I'm not promising. 17 votes, but 16 likes. Maybe I'm not gonna get 18 likes today. Maybe not. Maybe not. Hello, Poop. I think you unliked it after liking. Are you that guy? I can see 4 people now. One is Tanvir, one is Kian, other is Yao Free. Whoever disliked, unliked, they're not here. You know what? It's totally fine. That's fine. So, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna test something. You tell me if it's okay still. Don't lagging. Am I still lagging? I know I lagged. I know I lagged. So listen, I have to mute the audio for a bit. Soon, not now. And don't worry, I'll be back. I'm still here. No, yeah, now you can hear me, of course. My audio was... Let me check. Hello, 1, 2, 3. Now it's okay. I just turned on a background music. Is it okay now? No, I usually keep us background music on, but the app was behaving very messy today, so I wasn't very sure about it. I wasn't... Okay, let me mute it because it's hard to concentrate. So, I always play a background music, while telling the stories. But today, for some reason, the app was messing with me, basically. So, I didn't know what happened, but now it's okay. Is it lagging again? Is it lagging again? Okay, it's not. Finally. So I was waiting for the 18th like. I don't think I'm gonna get it. Cheese, roti, can I? What is it? What is can I? I mean, I know what roti is, but cheese, roti, can I? Or can I? Is it very delicious? Come on, you know what roti is. It's a flatbread. You're from Bangladesh, right? Southeast Asia. I see 5 people now. I see 3. Okay, so now it's 3. For some reason I see 5. Can you guys confirm how many people are watching now? Okay, now it's 4. It just dropped. No, it's 5. So tomorrow I'm gonna stream again. Okay? Hopefully I'll see you guys again. So it's a pancake, but officially from India cuisine. That makes sense. In Hindi it's called roti. In Bangladesh we call it... Yeah, that's the same. That's the same. Roti, roti. Just pronounced a little differently, but the same thing. I see you guys are getting along. Eleanor is back. I just realized the sound, the background music, I can actually keep it a little higher. It doesn't interrupt my audio. It doesn't... Wait a second. It doesn't interrupt my voice. You know, sometimes when I talk and I act like as if I'm disturbed, it's because I have earbuds on, so I actually listen to my voice. So it feels echoey and I get confused, like what the hell. But I don't have to test my audio anymore. Don't vibrate so aggressively. Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna keep it that volume from now on, if it's still fine that way. So, Eleanor, Yaofree said, I'm gonna reach 18 likes today. I said, maybe not, because to get 18 I have to stay a little bit longer. And then I reached 15, and then 16, and then 17. And I was about to reach 18, and you know what happened? Somebody took back their like. Now I'm 18. Are you sure? So somebody took back their like immediately, just to bother me, because it's so fun. But now I'm 18. So Yaofree, you were correct. You predicted correctly. Good job, brother. You predicted correctly. I reached 18. Yeah, the poll says 25. I'm gonna do that every stream to reach 25. You know, I'm trying to break my own record. My max was 20. I'm counting the stream like the 20 the stream where I got 20 likes. After I posted it, that stream got more likes, of course, you know, because every single stream I ever do, I actually keep them as videos for people to watch later, and that gonna give me more watch hours, of course. So of course, for example, now this one is 18. If I end it now, it won't stay 18. It will reach a lot of people later as a post stream. You get the idea? Congratulations, thank you, God bless, thank you, you guys are awesome. Thank you for your support. Tomorrow I will come again, by the way, and you guys will be notified if I somehow cancel it. My community tab, I always try to use that, so I'm gonna say it there, if I somehow plan to not stream. Okay? So I'll end the stream now. Actually, I don't feel like ending the stream now. But I don't want to read any stories. So should I stay? Should I stay, even though I plan to not read? My headache is gone, by the way, because I wasn't reading a lot today. Every single day, reading for editing, reading. If I do that without any breaks for hours and hours, my eyes can hurt. But I don't think that's the reason. It's probably because I didn't sleep enough. All combined together. So I was having a little bit of headache, and it's gone, like after I finished my ginger tea. It didn't stay. I was gonna ask you about your headache, yeah. So it didn't stay, not even an hour, it just left. So I don't know why it happened, but headaches happen randomly. You don't need a specific reason, you know? Hello bro, Roy Music. Hello bro, I'm an artist. Can you please react to my song? Don't worry about copyright song. I can do that, but music, you know, very risky to react. I'll think about it. I'll check your channel out. I'm definitely... I can do that in shorts, because in YouTube Shorts, you're allowed to use any music for a minute. So yeah, I'll check that out later. But first, drop a like and maybe subscribe to stay connected. And I'll let you know if I ever do that. I'm streaming every now and then. I'm making videos, I'm making shorts. Do comment every now and then to stay in touch. I'll stream tomorrow too, if I feel like it. Okay, no copyright. Okay, I'm gonna stay in touch, don't worry about that. It feels great to find a fellow creator. I love to support people who's trying to grow, okay? As a YouTuber or anything. If you guys have anything to talk about and you want a creator to talk about it, maybe it's your artwork, maybe it's anything. It doesn't need to be YouTube specific. Even though I'm small, I'm not gonna be able to help you a lot, but if I can help you, I will help you. It's like a Spider-Man mindset, you know? With great power comes great responsibility, and I love to help people. And it gives me experience too, you know? Like, after a few days, I'm going to invite a friend who's also a YouTuber, but he's a music channel. I'm gonna talk about his music, promoting basically, even though it's gonna sound like an interview. And I'm gonna get experience through it, collabing, live stream collab. So that's my gain here. Okay, don't worry about that. I'm not a huge creator that my reaction gonna matter to you, you know? But okay, since you want my reaction, I'll try my best. And I'll let you know. It's just he just wants me to react to some of his music and his channel, you know? Randomly maybe. I'm gonna charge my phone while talking now, since I'm not reading any stories, so I'll do that. I will do that. I'm sorry about it. I apologize. I have a very weird habit of singing random shit. I always have that, and I didn't do that while streaming that much, but lately I'm doing way too much because I'm very open, you know? I'm very comfortable with you guys. I am very comfortable. Is it charging? Is it? Use it. Sorry about the Roy. Parasite. Parasite. Sounds very cool. Parasite. Parasite. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. I was very annoyed. Eleanor, can you confirm if it's okay now? If you know what I mean. I really didn't need to extend the stream now, but I was waiting for the 18th like, and I got it. So maybe I'll just stay a little bit and then leave. How many you can confirm it's okay. Okay. Perfect. So I got 19 likes now, right? Tanvir? Eleanor? 19 likes. Even though I don't see anybody online now. I see 0, but suddenly I see 1. How about I reach 20 and then leave? Just 20. Just to make things even. You know, even number. It will reach 20, no doubt, after I post it. Is that a good idea? What do you think? That I always post my streams? Like, I don't post. Let me tell you the mechanics. When you stream, that automatically gets uploaded. Every single YouTuber out there, their streams are getting uploaded. But some of them just private them, unlist them. And it's not public. That's why it feels like they didn't upload anything. No, those are uploaded. They just unlisted. That's it. But most people don't do that. A lot of people, like big creators, don't do that. Because they don't have to. I do that. But I understand why they don't do that. Because post streams are never watched a lot, you know? They don't have a huge impact. But little bit of watch hours can get generated. But for big creators, it might not be a huge deal. But for me, it is. Let's say after I post the stream, they're gonna get like 2 views probably. But that 2 means a lot for a small creator. So that's different. I'm not talking about editing the streams and make a short video and then post. No, I'm talking about this exact stream getting posted. That's different, you know, on the live stream section. My favorite food. You're gonna be very surprised. Like, if I have to talk about favorite food, I can say a lot of things. But if I have to say in a simple fashion, if I have to pick just one food for the rest of my life, I'll be happy eating that food. That food is eggs. I can eat eggs all day, every day, for the rest of my life without getting tired. I just love eggs. Eggs are the perfect food, in my opinion. They're tasty, they're simple, they're cheap, and they're healthy. They have all 9 amino acids, essential amino acids. They have high profile of protein. They don't have carbs much, but they're like very high in protein. One whole egg will contain like 6 grams of protein maybe. So eating 4 eggs are enough. I mean, even though you need more protein, but you know, you get the idea. So there, and they have every kind of vitamins. They probably don't have vitamin C, but they have every other vitamins. A little bit of every vitamin, essential ones. So all the 9 essential amino acids, every kind of vitamins, but vitamin C. They have a lot of protein. They're cheap. They're easy to make. Like if you don't want to make omelet or any recipe, you can always just boil them and have it. Hey sis, what is your favorite food? Eleanor. I like that you're calling her sis. What's your favorite food? Tanvir asked. Eleanor loves to eat whole cows and pigs and buffaloes, you know? She loves those. I don't think she's here. Are you here, Eleanor? Let's see if you are here. I was joking, by the way, Tanvir. She doesn't eat meat, and that's why I joked. Eleanor loves pizza. I said it before reading it. Pizza, you can never go wrong with pizza, you know? But over pizza, I think I'm the only one I love pizza, by the way. But I'm probably the only one who gonna put eggs before pizza. Cannelloni and ravioli. These are Italian pasta-based dishes, and they're very tasty. I never had, but I know they're very tasty. They look so satisfying, you know? They have that look. Look, I'm getting hungry just talking about them. Yeah, pizza. Pizza is a simple dish too, you know? His favorite pizza is roti. Probably. Roti is not pizza, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I am just a joke. I'm joking. Oh, she asked what's your favorite food? What is your favorite food, Tanavira? What is your favorite food? What is your favorite food? Mine is pizza. Was that correct? Japanese accent? I do not like pizza. I like pasta. Ramen style pasta. Hi. I feel so silly whenever I talk that way. It's 19 still. I'm waiting for the 20 like. 20, my favorite is fried rice and fried chicken. It's simple too and tasty. You cannot go wrong with a fried rice and fried chicken. White rice and chicken. The combination is amazing. But Eleanor doesn't like meat. She doesn't eat meat. She's vegetarian. So I think I'm not gonna reach 20 likes. So yeah, she likes fried rice. Fried rice are very healthy and simple to prepare. They're very simple to prepare. You had fried rice only one. I had few times very simple. I didn't have like over the top kind fried rice, you know? I never had that way. I never had that way. I never had that way. I see 3 people now. I wonder who's the person number 3. You can comment down, don't be shy. I need 20 likes today. Capsicum is my favorite vegetable. Okay, that's a good pick. That's a very good pick. Indeed. Simple. And it goes with many things. Pizza, salads, wraps, pasta, fried rice too. Okay, anyways, Eleanor, Tanvir, and all of you, even though you guys are not here, I'm gonna end the stream now. Do you guys hear me? I'm gonna You guys can write. I'm waiting. But what about now? Am I lagging now? Am I lagging now? I wanna end it without lags. Am I lagging now? Okay. No, I think I'm not. Sorry for asking over and over and again, because I thought that I'm lagging, so I was keep saying it. Of course, there's a delay. Okay, thank you. So I'll see you next time. Adios.